Laalin gedulkeg no minulla keskuka. Laalin gedulkula. Our creation story for the Wabanaki people, and that's the 4 tribes, it's not Adam and Eve. The Creator put Galuskab on the earth, and the earth was barren. And Galuskab created, the trees and the grass, and also created the animals. And then he realized that he needed something to take care of the animals and take care of Mother Earth. He took his bow and arrow and he shot it into a brown ash tree, splitting the brown ash tree open, and out came the natives dancing and singing. Our relationship with the forest, it's just that, it's always been very sacred to us. And a lot of our medicines are in the trees and in the ground and the woods. And of course the brown ash tree is very sacred to us. There are tracks. This here is brown ash. These are the leaves on the brown ash. You notice the leaf is right on this main stem. If you see a leaf right on the stem, you know that's brown ash. If it's white ash, it'll have a little twig between the main stem and the leaf. So. The biggest threat to the brown ash right now is the emerald ash borer that came into the country back in the mid-90s, and they didn't identify it until 2002. Came in on the pallets. They didn't process the pallets before they put it on the ship, and when they brought it into the Great Lakes area in Michigan, they dropped off the pallets along with the emerald ash borer, the larvae, and it just continued to spread. It spread from Michigan right to southern Maine, and also it come across Quebec. It's now into northern Maine. We have about 6 towns quarantined up there, northern Maine, and hopefully they can slow it down. I know they can't stop it. They haven't stopped it yet. Each year it'll multiply that much more and it'll spread that much faster. Black ash is the only tree that you can pound and separates the year's growth. The year's growth is this year's inner bark will be next year's splint. And depending on the nutrition that the tree gets will depend on the thickness of that next year's splint. And when you pound that, it breaks the fibers between the year's growth, and each splint will separate. And that's what we use to make our baskets out of. Basket making is the oldest art in the Northeast. And before we started using brown ash, we was using birch bark. Mother raised 8 of us. There was 7 boys and 1 girl. And she did stoop labor, raking blueberries and picking potatoes. She'd cut potato seed in the spring. Once in a while she'd be out in the field harvesting broccoli or cauliflower. Anytime she wasn't working stoop labor, she would be making baskets. When I was young, the boys all lived at home, and they would work for the local farmers. But at night, when they come home, they would help Mother make baskets. Come living in town, you don't see the stars, you don't get to enjoy the moon, and I come out here and it was just pitch dark at night. And I'd come out and stand in the cold and watch the stars and the Milky Way. That's my favorite place here in the evenings, is sitting out here and watching the stars. You can see the flying stars. Working with the brown ash, it's very spiritual. When I'm working on a basket, I'm using something that's very sacred to all the Wabanaki people. If the climate change or the emerald ash borer was to totally wipe out the brown ash, it would be very devastating for the Wabanaki people of the Northeast. They're saying 50 years from now, there'll be no ash in this area because everything's just moving north. We're collecting seeds and we're gonna store them and preserve them, and hopefully at some point in time we can be able to replant. Name, date, and my tribe. Mi'kmaq. That's the native pronunciation of the word Mi'kmaq. Mi'kmaq is the European version. So now it's done.